Hey there. Hey, this is Al, the Doo-Wopper, and we're here today. We're still talking about the ladies and how they was in the doo-wop all years ago, and the men was all getting a recognition a lot more than seemed like the ladies. And but there's some ladies in there that was sung single, but they had their backup doo-wop. And so this particular lady that we're gonna be talking about goes way back. So we're gonna talk about her. And this lady is more. She was a blues, and she was like a rock and roll, and she was in between, and that's what made her so unique. So special, because she could sing both, and so she could cross over to the rock and roll and have it moving, and then she could sing a song that really almost could make you cry in your beer. So I'm telling you, this lady is out of sight, and so we're gonna go talk about her and some of the things that she done, and the life, a little bit about her life and how she climbed the ladders up to success and everything. And right then and there, that she was at this she was at the point where she could deliver to the black and the white, because she was, like I said a minute ago, she's real unique to a point where she could just get involved in just about any kind of rhythm that you want. If she's having a show, she could have a show with any way you want it. She can have you swinging, dancing. She can have you crying. So in sorrow. But this is the lady right here. I'm gonna show you the picture if you can see her. This is Laverne Baker. This is the lady that was, great during her time. She was sensational. I'm gonna give you some of her, background and some of the songs that she sang, and some of it you're gonna remember. You got to remember that if you even in a doo-wop, remember even the people that wasn't in a doo-wop remember some of her songs, because these songs here goes way back, but they still being played, some of them today. And so you'll come back to you some of the songs that I'm gonna give you about, tell you about them, because there's one I know we went through gentleman by the name of Johnny Ace. And Johnny Ace, he was like a blues singer. We went through him. We talked about him a little bit before, back there, way back a ways. So, but she sang the same song that he sang, which was "Pleasure My Love," because you can remember that, because I told you that was my favorite with my wife. So that was our song, "Pleasure My Love," because I pledged my love to her, so I'm keeping that. So that's a good one. So, but anyway, this is one of the songs with her blues. That's her blues in. Okay, now the other song that she sang was, "You Belong to Me." That was another beautiful blues type song that sounds, telling this person how much you want to be with them, and you belong to me. Don't nobody else touch you. You mine, okay? But she expresses it out of sight, and so she got another one. She was the one to do it, and that was had the step. Like I told you before, she was unique. She would come back with something that you could swing, you would have a good time off of, and then again she'll back it down to a blues, a love song that make you cry in your beer. So I'm just giving you some of these songs and songs she done, and she made another song, "Baby." That was another sweet, lovable song, and so But the song I know you're kind of like remember, it was a old country song years back. Maybe kind of make me think of Ray Charles when he decided to, to be go country. Well, she done a little of that too now. I told you she's unique. So born to lose. It was a country song. So she made a hit out of that. And there's one, remember, Call Me Darling, beautiful. So it's just a few of them that songs that she sang. But one of them I think you really remember. You remember Jim Dandy? Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Jim Dandy to the rescue. Oh, I know you remember. Oh yes, that was one of the songs that she really made famous. And there's another one that was so great too, was to Play It Fair. If you must play the game, play it fair, play it fair. That was another one that she's, bow. I like to do it like that, but when he goes up like that, got to tell you, it's beautiful. That's a beautiful song. And just a little bit about her, how she worked. She worked at a lot of nightclubs and concert halls, but she really liked recording more than anything else. And she had did a song, Tweedly, Tweedly, Tweedly Dee. I know you remember that. And the song, I cried a tear because of you. I cried a tear because we're through. Oh, gee whiz. That's one of Crying the Beer songs. Oh, good grief. She sings it. Great. And she sold over 1 million copies of these songs right here. These 3 songs. Tweedledee, Jim Dandy, I Cried a Tear. All those songs she made over 1 million copies. And she loved the audience. She loved them. She had the artists in the palm of her hands when she gives on a show. And she was just a person that worked midnight tours. She toured and everything because she loved the audience. She craved the audience. And she gave them what they paid for. She really. And she had this song she used to really like. It was Call Me Darling. And it was really recorded by Ira Joe Hunter. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to bring you some Ira Joe Hunter too. Because Ira Joe Hunter got a lot to do with rock and roll, even though he was a guy that really kind of like a blues singer, but he had some Doo-Wop groups behind him as for backup. So he was in that group, in that Doo-Wop line too. So all of these artists and whatnot, I'm going to bring to you. I'm going to bring them to you. So all you have to do is subscribe. And I'm going to keep right on talking to you about these things. All of these artists right now that is long gone, some of them, they just long gone. But they made history. And they had they worked hard, and to get where they were at the time, it was just rough times. I know I go through this every time I talk about the artists and whatnot. But see, you got to understand, I'm 84 years old. I lived that life. I know about that life. That's why I could talk to you about all of these things that we talk about, that Laverne Baker went through, the Platters went through, the Drifters went through, the Dominoes, all of these groups that suffered, so hardly trying to get where they did. And they got there. And all the problems they had, they went through, but they still made it. That's why I take my hat off to all of these people in the doo-wops that work in the music right now. They have a lot to do with us as blacks and whites and everything, that right now that we can do the things that in the music area that we couldn't, that it was like a pioneer. of these people that showed us what we was about. So have a good day again, and we'll be talking about Laverne again.